Have you been in your business for a long time? You're excellent at what you do, and now you are starting to feel the pressure of the market. AI has come on in such a big way, and we're seeing more and more people enter the market every single day with professional services. Have you felt this? Have you seen this? Well, if you have, then stay with me, because I want to share with you the one big mistake people are making right now that is going to cause many people to go away in their business or struggle going forward into the future. If you want to build a highly profitable, successful, sustainable business, then you don't want to miss this episode. I'm Ann Carden, and I'm your host. So for many, many years, I've been building businesses. And there's one thing that has made the difference in every single business I have built and sold, and even in my current business. And when I started in my current business, I was not doing this, and I could not figure out what was wrong. What's going on in this business that is not helping me make the revenue that I want to make, working with the clients that I want to work with? Have you ever felt like that? Have you seen that for yourself? It's like there's just something inside of you that's like, I'm just not playing at the level that I know I'm capable of playing. If you have, then I get it, because been there, done it. But there was one thing that made the difference and changed the trajectory of my businesses. And when I applied it to this business that I'm in right now as a strategic growth advisor, it changed the game. And that is working at the top of the market, actually elevating your business and going higher. Here's what happens when there's any kind of a downturn in the economy, when the market starts feeling pressure, when more and more competitors come into a market, most people in business will instinctively go down. They will lower things. They will lower their prices. They'll look for more clients. They will take clients that are below the level that they really want or even should be taking on. Everything is about more. It's about more. Work harder, more marketing, more clients. I've got to get more clients to make up for the clients that maybe I wasn't getting. And it's just more, volume. And I've been there. I've done that. So I get it. It's a natural instinct to want to try to do what everybody else is doing. And it's a natural instinct to want to take what you think is the path of least resistance. But here's what I'll tell you. People that are highly successful, they already understand that going up is always going to be the better opportunity. In fact, recently I did some research around what is going on in the professional services industry with AI coming out in such a big way and everybody using AI like it's an assistant. And McKinsey and Deloitte clearly said that professional services, this industry will hit trillions of dollars by 2027. Think about that, trillions of dollars. And yet, I am personally watching people cut prices, go lower, figure out how they can sell things at lower prices, not just the services that they've been selling. They're cutting their prices for those services, but they're also trying to find ways to sell lower end services. So consultants, for example, are now trying to create courses. They're going down market instead of up market. And this is such a huge mistake. If you are excellent at what you do, if you've been in business for years, you have years of experience and expertise, going down market and trying to do what everybody else is doing and putting yourself in more of a competition pit is going to hurt your business. It's going to hurt your business. You're going to grind more. You're going to make less. You're going to be working harder for less. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve to be playing at the bottom. You deserve to be working at the top. And I just can't say this with with enough passion so that you'll understand that this is coming from real experience in building multiple businesses, selling multiple businesses, and even working with hundreds of clients in over 80 different industries. The clients who moved up market always had the most profits, had the less to manage in their business. They got more time and freedom from their business. I mean, they were working with clients they loved and customers they loved. They worked with clients and customers that were more loyal because they were not price driven. It changes the whole trajectory of a business. And yet everything you've probably been taught or even maybe invested in is telling you just the opposite. It's just the opposite. You need funnels, you need more marketing, you need to bring in more clients. Everything is so volume driven. But again, from someone who's worked in both of those areas, volume and premium, I will tell you, premium 100% was the reason I was able to expand in recessions. It was the reason that it was the very thing that made me more money in my business, that gave me the money to expand and grow. It was the very thing that kept me in business when other people were shutting down around me and asking me to buy them out. And I'm seeing the same thing happening right now in the marketplace with all of the pressure, the economic changes. Here's the thing, when you are at the top of your market, when you actually elevate your business and you go up instead of down, not only will you still be valued the way you should be for all of the experience and expertise that you have, but you will keep clients longer. The people at the top are not price driven. They are value driven, which means if you have the value, they will invest in you and they will invest at the prices that you are asking. You don't have to cut your prices. They just have to see you as the expert that you truly are. They have to see the value that you can bring to them that other people cannot. And I just can't say this enough because we are going to see such a shift in the marketplace with mainstream collapsing. There's going to be a low market and there's going to be a premium market. And McKinsey and Deloitte said the premium market is where the big financial opportunities will sit. It is where the most money will be made. It will be where the biggest financial leaps will happen. So if you are not thinking this way, if you are staying in an old belief system that growth means more, and yet you deserve to have better, then I really worry for you. And I want to encourage you. This is your time to step up. The opportunity has never been bigger for you. Look, I've been out here for 15 years helping people go up market, play at the top of their market, make a lot more money per client or per customer. And again, I've done it in over 80 different industries with hundreds and hundreds of businesses and business owners. And it has worked every single time, because the quality of the work of the people that have been my clients was never the thing in question. It was always the way they were positioned in the market. It was always the way they were selling their services, the prices they were charging. It was always how they were operating their business that was keeping them stuck. And when we moved them up market, we would watch things explode. Profitability would explode. They didn't need as much team. It was less to manage. Again, they got time and freedom back into their lives from their business that they didn't previously have because they just stayed in a grind. So I want to encourage you, shift your thinking. I implement a new belief system that higher is better than harder. I don't remember exactly who I heard that from, but it's so true. Higher is better than harder. I've not only proved it over years of building businesses for myself, but I proved it with all of my clients as well. So if you are not thinking this way, and you're doing what everybody else is doing, and you are trying to go down when you should be going up, I want to encourage you to shift things and start elevating how you're doing business. This is everything that you're doing. Your marketing needs to elevate. You need different systems built into your business that will elevate, building faster relationships, building trust faster, getting better clients for a lot more money, better customers, differentiating yourself in the market from everyone else. One thing that I always did in all of my businesses is I never competed. I never put myself in a bucket of competing with everybody else. I always looked for ways to be completely different from my competitors, and it always allowed me to make more money than my competition. In fact, it's so interesting. I remember years after I had sold two of my businesses, one was a health club and a weight loss center. And I remember one of the competitors that had come into my market actually right around a recession. So it was a tough market at that time. And this competitor came in and they were a fraction of the cost of my services. And I just looked for ways to go higher. I added a complete weight loss program that they didn't have. And it actually was able to help us triple the fees that we were getting in my club. And so that's a whole nother story. But I kept thinking the whole time, how are they doing it? How are they doing what they're doing? Because their prices are so low. And we were not in a large town, so it wasn't like we were in a huge metropolitan area where there were hundreds of thousands of people. It wasn't like that. But years later, they came back to me after I had already sold those businesses. I get a call from them and they want to know if I want to buy their business. And I went in and I thought, I really don't want to get back into this business again. I had already sold 4 businesses in health and fitness. And I thought, I really don't want to get back into business again, but I was already doing my business that I do today, strategic advisory services for helping businesses grow. And I thought, I might invest and get somebody to run it. And I'll go talk to them and see what they have. When I went in, I was talking to the owner and she opened up the books and she said, we've never made money. We have never made money in this business ever. They had a nice business, but they never made money. They had very deep pockets and they actually used it as a write-off. And she just wanted to employ her kids. And so it was a write-off. It was a tax write-off for another business that they actually had, a construction business that they were doing really, really well in. And so when I think back to that, I'm like, but I still was making money. I still was having success. I expanded and opened 2 more businesses at that time, around that time, and they were playing at the bottom of the market and they were actually losing money. So I'm telling you this from real experience. This isn't just a theory. Moving up market, going higher, doing what other people will not do is the right thing to do right now in this economy, in this transition that we're seeing across all industries. This is the right play if you have earned the right to be there. You're great at what you do. You've got massive experience. You truly are an expert, but it has to infiltrate into every piece of your business. Elevation is about everything you're doing in your business, from how you're seen in the market, to how you charge, to the clients that you're going after, to how you're acquiring those clients, everything. And look, this is exactly what I help people do. I help people elevate their business so they're winning high caliber clients. They're opening doors for bigger opportunities than they've ever seen. They're building the high revenue and profits that they always knew they were capable of having, but they just haven't quite cracked the code. It's because you have to go up. So don't go down. Don't go down. I cannot encourage you enough. Don't go down in this market. Reach out to me, book a call. Let's talk about your elevation strategy, what that looks like, and how you can move up market and start doing what your competition will not and is not doing. It will change the trajectory of your business. It will be a complete game changer for you. Book a call at acarden.com. I hope you found this valuable and insightful, and I can't wait to talk to you if you're a go-getter and ready to do things different. Have an amazing day. God bless you. Bye-bye.